Hi everybody, welcome to another edition of Versus. That's right, we are going to call this Versus. I'm not going to put it in the title, but most likely you'll just know what it is. But anyway, so how does it feel to be back here in my old room? I remember the computer would be here, and I would film right over this way, and you would see the bat signal. That I call it. It's just a symbol, but I call it a signal since it's that big. I got some. You see, Dark Knight Rises, Dark Knight. I got all kinds of new posters I put up. And you can't see them right now. The Dark Knight, that's been out ever since the movie's been out 4 years ago. And the Dark Knight Rises, I got that back in June. And I got a new Dark Knight right there. Just got all kinds of new posters. But anyway, that's not important right now. I'll make a video of that later. But I'm still trying to get over this sinus infection that I've got. But anyway, what we're talking about here, I'm not going to make this hopefully too long, but we're going to be talking about Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, Spider-Man versus Spider-Man. Now, I just want to start out saying that both of them played very well. They both were tremendous. I love them both. But when it comes down to it, I gotta pick Andrew Garfield over Tobey Maguire because his Spider-Man's definitely fiction. You can't really believe it, but if you wanted to believe it, you would believe Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man over Tobey Maguire's because it was a little bit more realistic because of the web shooters and stuff. But cameras died here. But anyway, so that's what I gotta say. So let's start out with Tobey Maguire. Tobey Maguire plays Peter Parker. I think he was a good fit for Spider-Man, just not Peter Parker, because he has to play a high school student. Tobey Maguire was like in his mid-20s, trying to play like a 17-year-old. Okay, and that just didn't work out. You could see him playing a high school student, but he looked more like a college student. He fitted as Dr. Connor's student better than he did in high school. So, yeah, we all know he gets bit by a spider, but it's a new species. He gets bit, and he doesn't see the thing behind him. It says new species, and it's the spider that bit him. And it says it gives you all these capabilities. I mean, you're like, this can't happen in real life, but for a Hollywood movie, this is very cool. And so, and then he, then Uncle Ben gets shot. You know how it all goes. So he stays the same. He's got a. First of all, what I liked about Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man was he started out with a different costume. With the mask where you can see his eyes and stuff. With the pants, blue pants. Sweatshirt. Gloves. That was really cool. So, but I just thought him as Peter Parker in the first Spider-Man just wasn't a good fit. And the second and third, pretty good because he was the age he was, his character. So that was pretty good. I like that. But what I didn't like was how Spider-Man makes his web shooters. Well, he actually had the webs in his body, and you're just okay. This is cool. They kind of changed Spidey up a little bit, but still he should have kept the web shooters. But yeah, he crawls on walls and everything. He figured out he can do that. But it was really cool. He looked at his fingers. You could see like these spike things coming out. That was kind of sick. And camera kind of down here. That was kind of sick, but it was cool though. Oh, sorry about that. It was cool, but I just didn't like it. But anyway, and Green Goblin is the villain, and it's not all the time you see movies these days. They start out with their arch enemy. Back in the day, they pretty much always did, but today you don't really see that. It's always the second or third, like the Dark Knight. Second movie had his arch enemy. Amazing Spider-Man, most likely the second one will have Green Goblin as arch enemy, and Sherlock Holmes, the second one, had Moriarty, is arch enemy in the second movie. So it always adds up to it. But anyway, let's talk about Andrew Garfield now. Andrew Garfield was perfect for Peter Parker, okay? He was, I don't know how old he was, but he was younger than Tobey Maguire when he started, and he may have been 17, I don't know. But he fitted Peter Parker perfectly. He was a perfect high school student, Peter Parker. But his story's a little bit different, how he gets bit by the spider. It's about his parents. He goes in there, these rooms of spiders. I can't exactly remember how it all went. But they get them out of their cages. They're like that big. And, he's tensing up. He's nervous. They're falling on him. And he gets them off, but he leaves one on him. And it bites him on the neck. Okay? Like on the back of his neck. That right there explains the whole movie. Where he gets bit. That just explains it. That tells you, okay, they're really going to change it up. Every time I remember, he always got bit on the hand. It may not have been on the palm or side of the hand, but it was always around the hand area. Not on the neck. And when he gets back home, he pulls a string out of his neck. And then he realizes he can crawl along walls and make some web shooters. And his suit is very, very cool. It's not just the regular Spider-Man suit. I mean, it's different. It's got a whole lot of blue in it with a red stripe right out here. He uses sunglass lenses for the eyes. That's cool. That is cool. Web shooters and everything. It's just the Spider-Man that we've all been waiting for. That we all love. That we're all familiar with. The way Spidey should be. Even though they kind of changed his costume up a little bit, it's still cool. I wish they used that back then. It's very, very, very cool. But anyway, so bottom line, I liked Andrew Garfield better. Comment on what you think. Do you think Andrew Garfield was better, or do you think Tobey Maguire was better? Now remember, they got to start somewhere with Tobey Maguire, and then they come out with a reboot series. But you gotta admit, they couldn't pick anybody better than Andrew Garfield take place for Tobey Maguire, but I think Andrew Garfield was better. But comment, like, dislike, whatever you want. Check out my channel. The next Versus video, I want to leave it up to you guys. What do you think I should do? Who should I compare? Should I compare two more Batman villains, or Michael Keaton, Christian Bale Batman, or should I compare the old Star Wars to the new Star Wars? What should I do? You guys let me know. Okay, I'm lost. I'm confused. I don't know. Should I do a Marvel versus DC? I don't know. I'm leaving it up to you guys. Comment on what you think. If you don't leave me anything, I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to think of something. But if you guys let me know, I will do what you want at your request. So please, 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 just leave a comment on what you would like for me to compare. I appreciate you guys for watching. There's a lot more of these to come, and then I will try to get some reviews in, and a tour of my house, my room, and everything. So as far as gameplay throughs and stuff goes through, I'm done with that. I just haven't had much success with it. So anyway, remember to leave me a request on what you would like to see, and I will see you guys at the next Versus video. Ciao.